So guys, we're going to be moving on to this next topic here. This just came to light literally before I started doing this stream. I came across this article and yeah, really cool. I don't really regard it as a spoiler. I mean, you see a set picture of what she looks like, Gabrielle the fella, in her kind of costume, but I wouldn't really say this is a spoiler. You don't really see a whole lot, so don't worry about any spoilers here, guys. So Superman set reveals Maria Gabriela de Feria as the engineer. I have no exposure to this character whatsoever. I have no idea, you know, who the engineer is, what power she has, her origins. I know nothing about her. So I'm interested to learn as we get into Superman Legacy about her background to this character and how she's going to kind of fit into, you know, Superman's story. So the first photo from the set of Superman have found their way online, and while they don't feature David Corenswet's Man of Steel, they're obviously not going to, they do give us a look at Maria Gabriela de Feria as the engineer. So as filming continues on James Gunn's Superman Legacy, has been dropped in Svalbard, Norway. The first photos from the set have been shared online via Just Jared. Unfortunately, these shots don't reveal David Corenswet suited up as the Man of Steel, but they do give us our first glimpse of Maria Gabriela de Feria in costume as the engineer. The Deadly Class actress was spotted shooting a scene in a harness, most likely for a flight sequence, and a leather outfit sporting the same hairdo she had in an officially released cast photo. So in the comics, Angela Spicer, or Spicker, I'm never sure how you say that, aka Engineer, is a member of the supergroup known as the Authority. She has a liquid body due to the nanites in her bloodstream, and it has the ability to create solid objects with this metal alloy. So it sounds exactly like, is it the T-1000 from Terminator 2? That, you know, the police officer who has the ability, that robot, and he can he's kind of like liquid metal, and he can shift himself into different objects and weapons, and, you know, and he's like super durable. So it's pretty much that. That's pretty much what she is from the sound of it. We don't know if these exact powers will carry over from the character's big screen debut. However, check out the Superman set photos at the link below, and be sure to keep an eye out for updates. So this comes from Just Jared. We have the first photos of Maria Gabriela de Feria in the engineer costume on the set of Superman. So we have this small image here. We can see she's kind of in a leather bodysuit. She's got the side of her head shaved, but it doesn't really give us anything. It doesn't look at all like the character. But let's click through onto this article quickly and see if we can have a look at these pictures. Okay, so we do have more pictures. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So, here we go. So, yeah, it's just a plain kind of grayish black bodysuit. We don't really see a lot more than that. It doesn't give us a lot away, but it kind of gives us that tease of her character and what she's going to be potentially looking like. So yeah, it looks like she's doing a flight pose or some sort of superhero landing pose. But like I say, it doesn't give us a whole lot. I don't think that's going to be the final costume on screen. But yeah, it just kind of gives us a bit of a look of what she's going to look like. Yeah, kind of a superhero kind of pose. She could potentially be shooting beams out of her arms or something, or have weapons coming out of her fist by the look of it. But this is very interesting. So it's kind of cool to see. It gives us a slight glimpse into what she might look like, but it doesn't give us too many spoilers. So I kind of like that. Millie Alcock's Supergirl is also rumored to make her debut ahead of her own Wonder Woman of Tomorrow. Not Wonder Woman, her own Woman of Tomorrow movie, but that's yet to be confirmed. Yeah, there's major speculation that Millie Alcock's Supergirl is going to be showing up in this movie. I think it would make sense to get fans familiar with her before she goes on to make her own movie. I think it would be a great thing to do. Having kind of David Corenswet Superman, Millie Alcock Supergirl on screen, seeing that chemistry, I think it will give us a really good kind of indication of the future as to what will be going on with the kind of Superman family. And like I say, it will give fans a kind of a brief kind of introduction to the Supergirl character before we get the movie. So I'm overjoyed to be announcing the start of principal photography on Superman February 29th. So they're a good 2 weeks into production on this movie now, so it's moving along swiftly. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of shots from this movie coming out. Will we get a shot of David Corenswet in the Superman suit? Or will James Gunn be very proactive in trying to shut that shit down? because he's not going to want a blurry kind of image, kind of like these images we just saw of the engineer. He's not going to want that of David Corenswet Superman to come out and be the first image that we see. So, but then again, if there's people that are walking around the set, members of the public, and they manage to get a shot of David Corenswet Superman, how he's going to stop that from leaking, I have no idea. That would be an impossible job, especially if you're filming out in a public space, as I say, where members of the public have access to, and they have long range cameras, you know, with a big zoom on it. How would you stop someone from taking a picture of Superman? So it'd be interesting to see in the next couple of weeks if we get more shots coming out from the set of Superman. But yeah, so that's kind of what she looks like as the engineer so far. Like I say, if she is this kind of nano robot kind of character, like, you know, the T-1000 from Terminator 2, then obviously we're not going to see what she fully looks like until the movie. I would assume there's going to be a lot of CGI on her costume and her outfit. But just this kind of black overall, kind of grey bodysuit and shaved heads, kind of cornrows. Apart from that, we don't really get any more kind of information on her appearance. But it's a good first look. It's kind of cool to see, you know, where they're going with the appearance.